The island of Sodor is surrounded by beautiful blue sea. It has existed for over 100 years, and today we're going to be exploring all the lines on the railway, starting with the main line, which consists of Henry the Big Green Engine, Gordon, James, Peter, Murdoch, Rebecca, Croven, Daisy, Fernando. There's also Floyd, Callum, Gizmo, Penny. There's Owen at class 27, and there's Colonel Conrad, who was built in 2017, and there's JJ, who was limited service, and the most famous engine of all, Reginald. The main line begins at Knapford Harbour, a very large port containing a lot of industries, and the main shunter being Lizzie, the J50. After Knapford Harbour, we have the big station of Knapford. Did you know, in my headcanon, Knapford is the capital of Sodor? It used to be Vickerstown, but due to the Beating Act, it was redubbed to Knapford because it was so fucking popular. Knapford has 5 stations, two for the main line, one for the Farquhar branch, and platform 5 is for the goods work. There's also a small shunting yard. It has no official designated shunter yet, but maybe there will be in the future. After Knapford, we have Tidmouth Station, a small 2-station platform, one for the local stopping service and one for the where it cuts off to the Little Western. And then comes Elsbridge, a small station, has 1 platform for Thomas's branch line, 2 for the main line and 1 for Elsbridge Airport. Next, it's Crosby, a small station with a single platform. In the yard, it has a small yard and the famous Crosby barbershop where it got crashed into 2 times throughout its 90-year history. One time in 1919 and another time in 1951. Then we have the infamous famous Sodor suspension bridge. At the time it was finished in 1914, Timothy the E4 crashed into it and he fell off the track, causing him to be a big pile of scrap. Next up, it's Wellsworth Station, also called Edgewood Station. It has 2 platforms, one for the main line and one for the Brendan branch line. Next, we have the Preston Incline, also now known as Gordon's Hill. Gordon stalled on the hill in 1923 when he first arrived, and has been dubbed that ever since. After Gordon's Hill, we have Marin Station, a small 2-station platform. That's all basically I could say about Marin. It's the least popular place on Sodor. Next up, we have Cronk Central. It used to be a massive yard, but now it's only 2 stations. One for the main line and one for local services on the Kildane branch, all known as the Peel Godred. Next up, we have one of the most famous stations on Sodor, Kildane. Named after the most bloodiest war in all of Sodor's history. It has 2 stations, one for the main line and one for the Peel Godred branch line. It also has a small engine shed for the engines it works on. Next, it's Kelsthorpe Road, a small station with a connection point to the Kirkrowan branch. Up next is one of the more famous stations, Croven's Gate. It has 2 stations, one for the main line and one for the dropper passengers for the Skarloey Railway. The engine works are also here to fix any engines broken or damaged. Next up, we have Ballyhoo. Originally, it was called Lower Vickerstown, but after a kid called Daniel Ballyhoo was killed by Aled Greedy, it was redubbed to Ballyhoo. Next up, we have one of the biggest stations on the island of Sodor, Vickerstown. It has a massive station and a massive shunting yard where Rosie and Diesel work at. Last but certainly not least, we have Barrow-in-Furness, a really big station with a really big yard where a lot of engines shunt. It's also the drop-off point for the Express, Local and the Limited. Coming up next time, we have Thomas's branch line, or the Farquhar branch.